She's got to be at her best really from the jump tonight.
Marissa McCann, she has to come in strong for the Tigers. She's going to have to set the tone early for this Mizzou team.
Down a great crowd here at Mizzou Softball Stadium. Ella Dodge climbs in from the left side. We're off and running. Lineup that looks a little bit different from yesterday. Some changes in that 2 through 5 area of the order. Everything else remains the same. Alana Leach, who's 3 for 4 lefties to start the lineup as well. The lefties thrived a day ago. Barehanded play by Waits. Throw to first in time. A web gem, just 2 pitches in.
Dodge gets down the line so quickly. Addie Waits doesn't have a lot of time. Just a phenomenal.
They had a couple of ringing singles, and then that homer to straightaway center felt like almost at no point was ever above the wall. It just barely cleared it, but an absolute rocket.
Well, I really like this move because Ella Dodge had really great at-bats for Tennessee last night where she got on base a lot. She was really aggressive on the base pass. So to give Leach a little bit more of an opportunity to get some RBIs. They do it seems, obviously, for the last 21 years. But if you can host a super regional, that just puts a little less stress on your team. You can play that super regional. It ensures that you have a win a little bit easier.
Taylor Holly flares one out to shallow left. Late break and a shoestring grab from Hill for out number 2.
Is key. If she can stay in her rhythm out there and she can just keep moving at a quick pace, she's going to be really effective out in the circle. On
the ground right side, that's going to sneak on through. A 2-out single for Gabby Leach. He's now 2 for 4 in this series. 3 for 7. That's a .429 average with runners at scoring position yesterday. 2 on, 2 away. Here comes the payoff from McCann. And it's lofted in the air out to shallow right field. Should do it for the inning, and it will. Forrester makes the play. McCann strands 2, and the Tigers will grab the sticks for her 18th start. Just about 100 innings logged so far. That ERA at .92, but she only got 2 outs yesterday. 19 pitches. She walked 3 batters. She was dealing with the aftermath of that 32-minute light. Wouldn't imagine anybody would have a green light 3-0 in this one.
No, and really with how Missouri needs to manufacture runs against this, be patient at the plate. If they're not going first pitch swinging and being aggressive, they're going to have to be patient at the plate.
That's walk number 41 on the season for Annie Waits. So patient, and for a true freshman, I mean, that eye is certainly to Crimson Tide offense.
A little spoil of a no-hitter in the 7th inning. That's got to be a little bit gut-wrenching.
Carr goes chasing, throw down to second. It's a little offline. So he's stolen base for Waits as Carr goes down. Another 3-ball count. That's 3 in a row. It's already 17 pitches, just 1 out recorded for Sage Marchenko. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming. Hit sharply past the first baseman, Clark. Waits flying around third. She's going to score the series.
We just talked about Abiscado's quick hand. She gets them through. She does such a good job of staying inside the ball when she swings. You know, Larissa Anderson moved her into this number 3 spot. She has been the number 2 hitter for most of the season.
And generally, it feels like chuckling.
It's a sign of a good catcher. Going out there, calming down your pitcher.
On the ground, back up the middle, into center. Back-to-back singles as Abby Hay gets her first knock of the series. ERA in the country being first or second these days. First this year, first last.
It's just changed. Softball has changed a lot from just having one pitcher to really having a pitching staff.
Off the top of the mid at Dodge. Station to station. 3 straight singles. Sydney Forrester goes the other way, and the Tigers have the bases loaded. 1 run already in. How does the approach now shift for Hill at the plate, knowing she's behind 0-2, and you got to score at least one?
Ground ball to the right side to be able to score this run from third base.
Goes down swinging. Massive K for Sage Marchenko. The situation circle from the pitching coach.
Marchenko looking like she has a lot more confidence out there in the circle, especially after that strikeout to Hill. She's coming back, has kind of found her rhythm out there.
Back-to-back punch-out in this series for the home team. And Tennessee, 10-7.
Loaded when Carlin Pickens came in that first inning. They weren't able to get a run across.
First pitch swinging. Ground out 5-3 off the bat of Elsa Morrison. Annie Waits has had a lot of action over there at the hot corner.
Manufacture some runs. That bottom half of that Missouri lineup is really going to have to start being more productive.
one of those innings for Missouri. Yes, you have the lead. You get to play from ahead as that's on the ground right back up the middle. Sophia Knight has started her series 2 for 4. Still getting down to that set. Since she's moved down there, she's been pretty solid. She slapped one up the middle yesterday.
You're hoping to at least get one of those runs across the board. If you can get a ground ball to the right side and get you another run, just a little bit more insurance.
Ball gets underneath it. Abby Hayes right there. 2 down. 1-1 to count.
When you mentioned Rutan had such a good game defensively yesterday, she made a couple of plays that saved some runs probably for Tennessee, was able to keep some runners off the base.
Jab shot, right field line. Forrester gliding over, makes the play in foul territory. And that will end the inning. But actually, when you're 2 for 4 with runners in scoring position, you'd like to have more than just the one run.
They're going to be kicking themselves later on in this game. Just they had bases loaded, one out.
Smith and Langer combined, they had one hit yesterday. It was Langer's infield single. They're going to fancy their opportunities, and there's a hit by pitch that will get Sophie Smith aboard. First look at it.
See that hit her hands right on. It sounds funky because you can kind of hear it, and it kind of sounded like it hit the bat.
Sack bunt executed for Kaylee Langer. That's her second plate appearance in a row with a successful sacrifice. Had one in the 7th yesterday. One of the many underclassmen on display this weekend here in mid-Missouri. 1-2 from Marjetko. And that clipped her. Oh, what's the call here? They're going to bring her back in the box.
She turns into it like she did right here. That elbow's out over the plate, and you can see it right there. She doesn't move.
You knew what she was doing, but hey, that's a true freshman who is just stoic in the box and never really phased.
No, she is not phased. She gets hit a lot by pitchers. Again, she crowds the plate a lot.
Another payoff from the righty. Jab shot over to second. Dodge right there for out number 2. Down over the last month. 2-2 to Abby Karp. That's cut on and missed. Making 4 strikeouts from Marjetko through 2 innings. It stays 1-0 Tigers. First year in a row. The big question mark, there's a few in the SEC teams looming right around that 500 mark. And Mizzou, 5 games coming in. And she drives this one deep in the air out towards right field, down the line, and it is gone. We're all tied on Ella Dodge's 11th home run of the season.
Ella Dodge got absolutely all of that ball. You can tell she was waiting to see if it was going to stay fair, but it definitely stayed fair. Spin on that ball. She had a lot. That ball was in the air for a very long time.
Leadoff spot now, but 11 home runs is second on the team. She's the team leader with 44 runs batted in. An RBI across her last 6 games, but drives in herself here. Solana Leach lifts one out. Lazy fly towards Sill in left field. Sill makes the catch for the first out. One more look at this homer. I mean, this was crushed.
This Tennessee lineup, they don't have to score a lot of runs with their pitching staff, but when they're able to score 4, I mean, if they're able to score 3 or more, they're going to win some games just because of that pitching staff not giving up hardly any runs.
When you're dealing with an injury, you know it actually, the softball's going to find you, and it just fouls.
Get out of the park, right? So Marissa McCann has got to be careful with this, especially this part of the Tennessee high over the middle of the plate.
That slips past Abrascato. And a free base for Taylon Holly. And this will bring the Aggies, who had that come-from-behind victory earlier today after their game was suspended in the 6th inning last night versus Oklahoma, and Missouri wins this weekend against one of the best teams in the country. Would go a long way in helping out that RPI. Long run in for Hill over towards the line. Makes the chest high squeeze.
For her, but she was able to get 2 strikeouts, leave bases loaded.
Abrascato and Hay converge. Hay leaning over the railing with the basket grab. What a play to get Mizzou out of the inning. What has been another low-scoring barn burner here between the Tigers and the Lady Vols. They're traveling right down the first base line past Clark. Average up to 335. Playing with a lot of confidence. She had that incredible stretch in mid to late March where she had 6 home runs in an 11-game span. She was thriving in that Auburn sweep on the road. Waited on this one a long time, but chops it weakly towards Dodge and retired to start the third. Hit on base in 6 of the first 9 innings in the series. Abby Hay, who also singled in that first inning. And a walk and 3 hits produced 1 run. This time it's pulled on the ground. It stayed down on the last hop on the dirt, right between the wickets of Rute.
You're going to swing at bad pitches. It's just on to the next pitch.
Right back her way, makes the catch. Thought about trying to throw behind the runner, Abby Hay. But that's softball. We talked about if you're hurt or you're not playing the best or you're new, the ball's going to find you. If you've just made a mistake, the same is going to hold. 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts, the redshirt freshman this weekend. Just her 13th start of the season, but her 7th in a row. It's 2 for 2 in the hit weekend against Arkansas. Inside corner, froze her and got her looking. Another 0 for Sage Marchenko, the reigning SEC pitcher of the week. 6, 7, 8, 2 up for the balls. Elsa Morrison, the freshman catcher, coming up first. Marissa McCann, second time through the lineup. 45 pitches. First time down the Tigers. Towards the right field corner as Forrester angles over and makes the catch. Love any bucket hat that we're seeing, especially...
That's your rally cap?
Not even April. We're into May right now. Well, it's hard to go rally cap with the bucket, isn't it? McCann fields quickly. Got rid of it in a blur to retire Sophia Knight.
McCann does a great job fielding her position.
Right. We're getting into postseason softball and baseball. Starting the golfing season around the country. Pulled Hay off 13 with EKU last year, while also going 18-10 with a 2.91 ERA in the circle. And she hits this one out to shallow left. It'll get down. A 2-out base hit. Juggled by Hill. 1-hop throw. It's bouncing around off the facing of the dugout. And there's runners at second and third now. Back-to-back plays with errors for this Missouri defense.
Top part of the Tennessee lineup, Marissa McCann's got to keep the ball low. She cannot miss high and over the plate like she did the last time with Ella Dodge.
On the ground, past the diving weights. Ella Dodge comes through again. The throw home from Hill gets all the way to the backstop. Ella Dodge has driven in all 3 tonight. And the Lady Vols are playing from in front.
Ella Dodge has been so impressive in that leadoff spot when she's able to have the opportunity to have some RBI.
Today. .344 average facing Donahue, who pitched twice over the weekend versus Arkansas on Saturday in Game 2, but gave up a couple runs, and Leach rips one right back up the middle into center. Langer comes up firing a 1-hop strike to the plate. Dodge moves up to third. They're at the corners.
The Missouri pitcher, she's had such good at-bats. She's hitting the ball really hard, just barreling up everything, just everything right back up the middle.
Holly on the ground, and they get the out. Sophie Smith with that injured hand. Coach, thanks so much.
Yep, thank you.
Sage Marchenko now pitching with a 2-run cushion, 3 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned.
Out there after the first inning. We saw her struggle with the first inning last night. She's really settled in out there now.
Oh, on cue, Madison Updegrove. There's the Mizzou, sits the first inning. Updegrove is aboard, and I mean, about every inning, but not a lot after that.
No, and Updegrove really needed this. She needed a hit for her. She struggled
down to just the 4th inning. Trying to come through for Missouri like it just did for Tennessee, way out in front of the off speed. As Sophie Smith goes down swinging. This feels like in this series and in this game, if Missouri wants a chance at rallying, they have to take advantage anytime they have runners aboard, especially the leadoff runner on. Rutan, great play. Had some time, gets the out across the way.
Against Missouri, that's the type of play that we're used to seeing her play, not the ground ball in between.
This week on our call with her, she said, hey, when we make a change in the circle, 99% of the time is what she said, it is not the person's fault who is being removed. It's because yesterday was probably in that 1% though when Marchetko was removed. Bouncing ball towards Faw, sets her feet, and throws a dart over to first to retire Addie Waits. 3 straight scoreless innings for Sage Martin. On opening day of the SEC tournament, Tennessee is hoping they can move up one more spot, not even play on game 2, but potentially get that double this year. They're 33-0.
Good their pitching staff is. They can kind of throw a lot of different pitchers at the lineups. Here in the 4th inning, you have that 5th, 6th, and 7th. You can throw anybody you want to at them.
Leach now 2 for 3. She goes the ton in this series. On the ground, up to Grove's way. Gets the out at second. No time for the relay, but well, the infield figure out those type of factoids. We just get to read it.
That's right.
In the game notes or in recaps or on the screen, there's a 1-out walk and there's 2 runners aboard. Hit it in that spot a couple times already. Once yesterday, once today. This time flips it down the left field line. And Ramsey's there for out number 2. That's a big time out. Different idea did Kevin Condor.
Ball might be a little low. Abrascato doesn't.
Here comes the payoff on the ground towards second. Hill knocks it into center. A run's going to come home. Another clutch RBI pitch hit.
As a pinch hitter coming in big time situations and really coming through for this Tennessee offense.
To Kevin Condor. That's ball 4, and Ella Dodge will have an opportunity to add to her impressive night. Second walk of the frame. The 1 out she made was a bang-bang play at first on a bunt to third that started the game. 11 home runs. That's good for second. Here comes Carr. On the ground softly towards Hay. Goes to a knee and wins the race to the bag at first. The Tennessee lead.
This is your 3rd time seeing her, right? So you should know exactly what you're going in to look at. You either need to be aggressive when you see your pitch. When you get down 1-2, if you get down in the count against Sage Marchetko, it is really hard to be successful.
And Carr punches. She is 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. Marchetko up to 7 punch-outs.
So impressive at the plate for Mizzou. She has really struggled this series against this Tennessee pitching staff.
First inning yesterday and today into now 2nd inning plus because she was erratic to start both games.
First inning in both games in this series, but this time has really settled in.
Crew Chief Donald Brown said that Abby Hay was able to hold up. She maybe thought the call was different. That's the pop to tie this game up with 1 swing. 10 homers, 27 RBIs. Led the team in slugging and OPS till about mid-March. She is 2nd for the Tigers in round trippers. Way late. They're trying to advance to 3rd. That's heady base running, especially with 1 down from Abrascato.
Abrascato really aggressive on the base pass there.
And then play with our eyes is what she says. On the ground towards second. Dodge bobbles it, bare hands, and regathers in time to get the out. Forrester gets an RBI. Missouri.
A really good situational hitting by Sid Forrester there. Down in the count, able to get a hard ground ball to the right side to get the RBI. They can't get the lead runner and Abby Hay at second base.
Harwin Pickens walked 101 pitches in relief yesterday. Here's number 101 for Sage Marchetko. And it's hit in the air out towards deep center. Knight going back. Camps underneath it and makes the play to end the inning. 1 for 2 today. She entered today in SEC play. Get this. Her OPS was 1,227. Her OPS on the season, 1,227. The exact same. Talk about oozing consistency.
Very consistent. And she's also been very impressive in this series.
But she gets punched out here. Maybe we spoke. That's strike 3. Down goes Taylor. Hitting 2 and 4 today. And still producing. Abby Carr trying to sit down the side in order. On the ground towards Sanaya Hill. Funky throw over there to first base. In center feet, but gets the job done. 3 up, 3 down. High 60s. You need somebody strong behind the plate. And they've got a freshman back there who's super impressive in Elsa Morrison.
I've been so impressed with Elsa Morrison, just with that entire pitching staff. She's done such a great job of handling them.
Went around for strike 3. Pickens looking for back-to-back Ks. And she'll get just that. 77 just dots it on the outside corner.
Pickens is
anyone you're going to find, pitcher or otherwise, probably in collegiate athletics. Hit on a line right to Roots and 3 up, 3 down in England. Just 12 pitches for Carlin Pickens. She gets a couple of strikeouts, and we will go to the final frame here in Emma Clark, the sophomore from Cleveland, North Carolina. 3 for 7 homered in that series against Alabama. Hit one off the scoreboard on Sunday. Slow roller this time. Left side of the infield. Cut off by Waits. In time to get the... When you got 2 left, it's the last inning. They get the call overturned anyways, though. And going back 4 years where they scored just 3. Well, they're already up to 4.
Well, and with as much faith as you have in Carlin Pickens, this will still be the 4th time through the lineup, 4th or 5th time that some of these Missouri spot in the lineup.
When she struck out Monday, it was the first time she'd been punched out in back-to-back games going back to April 12th and 13th of last year versus Stanford. Loops this down the left field line. It's going to be trouble. It's just fair. Just strokes it down the left field line. See, including the pinch hitter, you've got 2 runs scored and 1 run batted in of the 4. On a line, Hill's got it to first. In time, double play. That will end the inning, barring a chip.
This is a critical series. This is also a critical inning for Mizzou. Right now, the top half of the lineup coming up.
Had the first 2 reach against Pickens last night. Then Waits struck out. This time she rolls one softly towards Clark. He's going to step on the bag for the first down. And there's a 4th. And Tennessee just 1 out away. Knight to
the ball's out of the zone. And you can see her chasing this rise ball from Carlin Pickens. I'm not sure.
Another 2-2 on the way. And now it is run full. What are you going to here? If you're the All-American.
If I'm the All-American, throwing 77, I'm coming fastball in on her hands.
Strike 3, down goes Hay. A 4th straight win for Tennessee. Tennessee gets their 4th straight victory. They win another series, and it looks like we are joined by Ella Dodge. And Ella, first off, I just